Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg, and I'm going to go over an asset called Blackrock. So we might as well keep track of our those guys that are friends with the Fed, if you know what I mean, to figure out possibly what is going on. You got to keep tabs on them sometimes too. So what situation? It's the even more end of the world videos are coming out, right, guys? It's got to be the end of the world. It's like they sit over here, right? When they did a massive correction. Probably maybe not so much in there, sideways action. That's the second wave, and then probably there too, right? And so now we're over here. So let's just investigate BlackRock and let you know, as you can see on this monthly chart, you got a really high peak in the RSI right there. Okay. And it has a wave here. And more than likely, in my opinion, this is a bullish setup. No surprise seeing who's behind it, right? This is not one, some sort of third wave and up this way. It's a very, very bullish setup. Contrary to popular opinion right now. It's a 1-2 and it's making another 1-2. Hasn't even started a massive third wave yet, if you can believe it. And you see down here in the monthly RSI, it took that out. Took out that fourth wave right there. It almost took coming down to this massive correction. I think it dropped about 64% more or less right there in that area. So you can see if you look down here in this monthly RSI, you could take a look at this and say, yeah, it's going to go bearish for bear market for the next, I don't know, 5-10 years, like some people claim, right? Or you can see that sometimes it's a bullish reset, okay? It's a bullish reset and it can just goes into another trend, right? That's what they need to do down here in the RSI. You need to go into a trend and need to correct that trend so it can go back up. So it depends on how you look at it. I could be wrong. Maybe we are going into that. I don't think so. I don't think so. We shall see. So in my opinion, this is a 1-2 and it made another 1-2. And more than likely it's in the second wave corrections. You can see sideways action in that second wave, deep fourth wave. So you have alternation and it's fifth wave peak. So here's the third wave. And there's your bearish divergence telling you it's going to make a correction for BlackRock. And now let's go to a weekly. I like to use the higher the time frame you can put these waves together, in my opinion. Usually the better. If you go to lower time frames, it'd be difficult. So here's your fifth wave peak. You can see there this bearish divergence on the weekly right there. On the looks like right around November of 21. So it's been in a correction for a while. And it's coming down. And looking at this wave, see this wave right here that it did. It's looking like, so it came down. Here's your third wave, like so, and back up and then back down. So more than likely, in my opinion, you have a 1, 2, 3 up for a 4, like so. And then it looks like possibly some sort of diagonal on a fifth right here. So there, up on 3. So you got a wave sequence here, up on 3, and now it's in this. And in my opinion, you're looking at possibly, let me go to a 5-day chart. You're looking at a massive third wave. It's swinging down. You're getting some bullish divergence here, swinging down into this third, maybe a bounce on a fourth, and a swing down onto a fifth to a target of right around $500. I have a target right now, maybe 498. It came through here and stopping there for a bounce. So the reason I'm picking this area is probably right on top of those waves, or this area right here, more than likely based off this wave structure. So now you have a nice 3-wave swing to take BlackRock all the way down to there. Okay. And in my opinion, if it is finished there, whether it's going to be done with its sequence and go bullish remains to be seen. Now, you want to be aware too, assets like this like to do moves just like this too. It could be in a corrective sequence and go up onto a B wave for years to come, years, and break all-time highs out in this area, and then blam, like that. It can do something just like that, guys. Not to say that that would happen. That's obviously a little bit too big compared to these wave sequences. But if it does be in this area, if you like this asset, you know, it could be a pretty decent buying opportunity. So that would be about 50%, 51% drop compared to this wave. Let's see what the 2020 crash was. 43%. Let's go back to this area right here. Let's see, nice little drop of about 63, 64%. And this was a more significant crash, in my opinion, back here. Be a nice second wave correction that it did, probably a flat type move. So it makes sense that this over here is more of the second wave that it's doing, ending its cycle and resetting it. Let's see what it looks like here on the 5-day chart, back down in this area. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. Let me go to a weekly chart and check that out on the weekly. So more than likely, it's going to be difficult to say what it's going to be doing. So it'll be coming down into that wave, which in my opinion is an impulse wave, and it's going to have a massive amount of bullish divergence. So is it going to be coming down to bounce into a correction, or is it going to be coming down to complete it and then go bullish? Either way, there's going to be something coming up over here. You know, whether it's going to be a significant retrace of only 50% or up to the 618 remains to be seen, or is it going to be a long drawn out B wave, break all-time highs only to crash again? It could be. But more than likely, this is setting itself up down into this area, right in this area for Blackrock to be doing something like this that way. Okay, has more downside. So if I go to, let me go out to a daily chart. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of this third wave. You can see right down there, and it hasn't formed any bullish divergence. Might not be done, and then a bounce into a fourth wave like so, come back down into a fifth wave, generally right into this area, right like this. So Blackrock probably could, after a bounce, still have another 10% to go, more or less, okay, to complete this correction right there. So that's looking like an opportunity possibly coming up in this area for a nice long. And that would make sense a little bit for the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, maybe even the Dow Jones, that maybe that's coming down. Are they going to be bouncing bullishly? Remains to be seen. Or are they going to bounce into some sort of massive corrective wave? You got to realize, too, some of those B waves can be pretty dynamic. As an example, this one is not so great, but you can see this whole thing is a correction. And it came down and it went up into that wave. This is a corrective wave right here, guys. And back down, okay? Right there, just like so, okay? Back down and went up for, let's see, April 01 until April, for 1 year. It went up like that, okay? So I'm not looking at it as the end of the world, as somebody claimed. It's just an opportunity coming up. You just have to be a little bit more patient for it to bounce and then to swing back down, and look at how everything is going to be looking out here on the monthly chart. Again, you can see nice little reset down here, in my opinion, for an upcoming nice bounce. And that will be a nice bounce for an asset like this, more than likely, in my opinion, guys. So you probably can figure out what that may mean for the indices and also for crypto that could be coming up, that a lot of people will miss. Or not a lot, I'd say, well, a lot, 90% or so. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.